Jesus and stuff like that, like people be like, "Ooh, I don't feel like singing." I don't care what we Jews and Christians don't go by feelings, even though we don't be up in our feelings, even though it may look like it. We might be just laying out Lucifer, and it's a whole different story. Well, God is kicking our behind, whatever, because we might want to duff somebody, and God be like, chill, chill. But whatever the case may be, we're always ready to sing. Even if somebody says sing and we don't do it, that don't mean that we ain't ready to go. We just, I don't know, whatever it might be. Maybe I don't want to say it. Whatever it might be, I'm always ready to blow. Woo, 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 woo. Even if it's something like that, I'm always ready to go. So let me do this old one. When you're feeling blue and you don't have a clue as to what you should do, before worse comes to worse, call on Jesus first. Whether on your sick bed or either on your deathbed, take heed to what Jesus said concerning thee. Jesus said, if I be lifted up, if I be lifted up, I'll draw all men unto me. Dun, dun, dun. Lift him up, 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 lift him up. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Don't touch me, and I'll sing if I want to.
You're supposed to sing to yourself.
Don't touch me, but you put your hands on me.
Yeah, because you're not listening.
That's assault.
You're not listening. No, she said, excuse me. I said, if you're not listening, I said, excuse me twice.
I don't care. Keep your ugly hands to yourself.
Wait, first of all, don't talk to her. Don't talk to her.
Thank you.
Blood of Jesus. Blood of Jesus.
Okay.
God.
And
Yeah.
of course, there's always some clown that wants to interrupt what you're saying. There's always a clown that wants to interrupt what you're doing. And of course, you can hear on here the volume that I'm singing at. And I sing.
Since we got on the damn
And
thing. Since we got on this bus, you ain't shut up yet.
and you can hear how I am singing on here. And listen, you know that the same thing happened to Sean G. Y'all saw that on his, when he was talking, somebody interrupted just accidentally. We already know that. And I'm going to continue doing this, and I will be talking. This is not a quiet zone. And when you have a life, other people want to disturb it. And then they will say, but you know, God said, they're going to say, Lord, Lord. And they're going to say, Lord, Lord, but they're not going into heaven. There are going to be many people like that. You're going to say, Lord, Lord, didn't we do this in your name? And he's going to say, depart from me, for I never knew you. I'm singing a Christian song, and that's bothering who? Only Lucifer get mad when you sing a gospel song is bothering somebody. But they know Jesus. A gospel song is bothering somebody, but they know Jesus. A gospel song is bothering somebody. And I'm talking to you guys out there, and they're acting like I'm talking to them. So this is the same thing that happened to Sean G. So I'm telling all of you, I'm and didn't I just say that? Didn't I just say that? Isn't that always like Lucifer? Isn't that always like Lucifer? Well, you say something and they say exactly the same. I know you are, but what am I? Didn't he do that? So anyway,
It's not a thought. Thoughts
uh,
not loud like that.
you know
Thoughts
that
never be
song?
one quiet.
You ever heard that song? I can shout to God if I want to. Y'all heard that song out there? Remember that song that the guy said people be trying to make him stop worshiping God, and he said exactly,
To have common
I
sense.
can shout to God if I
To
want
have
to.
common sense.
Wait, imagine the song says I can shout to God if I want to. Bro, was somebody trying to stop you from worshiping God? There is a song that says I can shout to God if I want to. So anyway,
You sitting behind
I want y'all to watch Sean
got
G.
nothing to move.
When he was talking about the Diddy trial. He was talking about the Diddy trial. Some clowns came over to him, was trying to interrupt him. Just look at the end of his video. He's in the, he's telling on the feds. So all of a sudden they come interrupt him. He's like, "Excuse me, can you get out of my shot?" And the person is like, "What? You can't tell me what to do." I'm like, Sean G, you already know what it is. They're coming over to harass you for. I'm like, okay, whatever. He's in the middle of shooting. They can clearly see it, and he's like, yeah, I'm kind of busy right now. And this just happened like 2 or 3 days ago. He's doing the same thing I'm doing. He's doing the same thing I'm doing, and all of a sudden somebody get listen to what I'm saying. Somebody gets into his shot, and they're starting to argue with him, and as they're arguing with him, he said, "Excuse me." He said, "Excuse me, I'm filming." And the person starts to argue with him, and he's like, I'm filming. Excuse me. Like, can you get out of my shot?" And they're still trying to go back, but they see what he's doing, and they understand what he's doing, and they try to get into his shot. If you understand what I'm saying, let me wink at you. So they were trying to get into his shot. He just told them, "Excuse me, can you step out of my shot?" And then they started to argue with him. I just watched this happen to somebody. All you got to do is go check Sean G and watch the stuff that they're talking about Diddy, and they are out there.
They acting like she wanna fucking boss this shit to herself.
Exactly.
That's the God in her. That's what
Uh,
that
and
is. Ain't
excuse
nothing
me.
nobody.
So, anyway, can you imagine that people are like this? Sean G just dealt with this. So as I said, click on Sean G because that's not a real person, y'all. Wink, everybody, wink with me. This is gonna be our new thing. Wink with me. So there's no person named Sean G that this just happened to. He was filming near the court that Diddy is in trial for. He was trying to on the feds. All of a sudden, clowns came over to him. He said, "Excuse me, I'm filming," and they arguing with him while he's filming, and he's like looking at them, and people are typing into him, like talking to him while he's filming, as you can do to me too. You can type to me and talk to me back as I'm talking to you live. So like as I'm talking to you with the red thing that says live on here, hi, yeah, yeah. So as I'm talking to you with the red thing here that says live, this is what happened to Sean G. But like I said, I have an appointment to get my pass for you know what. And this will just be a part of that to show as I'm trying to do what I'm and it actually happened to Sean G too. I mean, this works. It basically is telling you the thing that I'm trying to get that done for. This is exactly why. So if you want to type into me, you can talk to me and tell me if you saw what happened with Sean G. You could leave from my video, and then you can go over and look at Sean G and see what happened to him when he was out there talking about Diddy, and you'll just see the same exact thing happen. But the song that I sang, that was called "Lift Him Up." I wrote that in like the '90s or something like that. Like the '90s. I put that into my church. The guy played it on he played on the organ for me, but he also played the piano, keyboard, whatever. I play the organ, piano, keyboard, and stuff like that. Lightly or whatever. But it was just a little song worshiping God, and all the church shall say amen. So later on, you can run it back. When I finish, you can run it back and you'll see that. If I want to, I can isolate that and take that out and use it separately. I don't have to. I don't have to just leave it all like for this whole time that I'm going live. I don't have to just use that. I can take a section out of there, and you can just isolate it and go to that part where I'm singing. But like I said, real singers are always ready to go because it's not really just singing; it's ministry. So we sing and we do whatever. Well, it is kind of warm. I can't say the sun is out, uh, but uh, you know, uh, it's not really sunny, but it's warm. It's like hot. You see like that over there. Well, my father was an engineer, so that I don't know what that's called, but it's like for electricity and stuff like that. And let me see. Yeah, like the roadways. Yeah, I said that on the first live that I just finished. You looking back there, I talked about my father and so I was talking about some fly stuff. Yeah, and everybody know. I was talking about some fly stuff about my family. Yeah, they offered my mother like $1 billion for her land, but we said no. That means the land that we have is worth more than $1 billion. So we said no to that land. But we're regular. But they wanted to build like a mall on my mother's land. That's why I clown you know who. If you look on the other account, I clown somebody. My mother's portfolio is bigger than yours. They offered her $1 billion for her land. So if they offered her $1 billion for her land, how much is it really worth? Like when somebody wants to build, this is a lesson because when I did real estate, I'm gonna go back into that. But when somebody offers you $1 billion for your land is worth much more than that. They're only offering you what they think you'll accept. Of course, they're gonna offer you the lowest they can. So if they came with $1 billion, how much is it worth? But that's just me being regular. That's just me being regular. It's just me being regular. I said $1 billion. Did y'all hear me out there? I said $1 billion. I did not say $1 million. I said $1 billion. They offered my mother $1 billion for her land, and I would be the next in line for it. I don't want to pop my collar because I don't have one on. I don't really have a collar on, so I don't want to pop it. So anyway, yeah, they like I said, did you they offered my mother $1 billion for her land, and I could be going down there. I could go all the way down there, but I have to stop where I'm stopping instead of going down there to step on the land. For the series that I'm doing like traveling around and stuff like that. At one point, I am going to go down there and show you the land that they offered $1 billion to. I have to do some stuff like I have to do some stuff for I have to do some stuff like for travel series and stuff like that, and I'll show you all the places. But I'm going to show you on here the land that they offered $1 billion for. I'm going to show you all the stuff. It had a church and whatever. Like we own churches and stuff like that. Just don't even say nothing. Like wink with me. My family owned churches and stuff like that. Pastor's family. Anyway, I'm whatever. Don't even worry about that. But so we have to look at the history of my family as far as the churches and stuff we own. My father was a boxer. He was an engineer. He walked the runway with models. And I know that makes people upset and angry because God did not give them that. And a lot of people are angry with me because my mother's land is worth $1 billion. At least they offered her the lowest. Imagine a company coming in and tell you, "I want to buy your land. We're gonna put a mall on it." And they want to give you $1 billion. If they could throw away $1 billion, how much is the land really worth? I did real estate, so I'm like, no, nobody's not selling that land. We're not selling anything. If you say you're gonna throw away $1 billion on us, what? How much is it worth? You crazy. So I'm like, I'm real estate. Keep it moving, but thank you very much. They basically gave us a free appraisal. It's at least $1 billion. But the other clown, everybody know the other clown that said, my land is worth $1 billion. And what they said, the judge told him, your land is only worth millions. The person said my land is worth $1 billion. The judge said your land is only worth millions. But somebody offered us billions, so we that's an appraisal. So when they looked at the land and they said, "I want to pay you $1 billion," that is just a light appraisal. We can say take it up more because you don't offer the top dollar. You haggle and then you say, okay, we'll stop at 2 billion. We'll stop at 1.5, whatever the case may be. So yeah. So I'm gonna show you some more. Uh, it's like trees and stuff, but is trees and stuff ever ordinary? God made it. This is like major stuff. Uh, so yeah, my family is mostly from Jersey, but I'm Brooklyn, and you know what that is. I'm just all Brooklyn. I'm from Brooklyn. Most of my brothers and sisters is from Jersey, and the first one was born at NC, the basketball state. Yeah, my father was a boxer, so my father was a boxer, so he had to find somebody from NC basketball. He had to find somebody even if you not sports, you got to be from a basketball town, like you got to be from a sports town. So he did. The first one was NC, the second one was NC, and then the third one was Texas. The fourth one was Germany, and she was mean. Look at the German. She was mean as a bean, but she was born in Germany. I've said my family background before about what our racial breakup is, so I won't say that here. I'll tell it to you another time. But so but that's why that's a part of the reason that we had our land, but that's not the only reason. But because we're that, we have more land. Because of that, we also have other land. But we have that land, and it's a church. It was like church people. It's like a pastor's family. But the other part of my racial identity, people would be surprised that they own churches. They own churches too. A lot of people don't see them as Christians. They don't know that a lot of them are Christians. So that's why when people mess with the Jews and stuff like that, they come out and defend the Jews, and they're like, "Aren't you like tribal? Aren't you like whatever?" And it's like we own churches. You have no clue. You have no clue about your history. You need to learn about the Holocaust. And if you want to first learn about the genesis of the Holocaust, you got to read the Bible to find out why people attacked Israel. So we know about all that. But there's a lot of stuff that I talk about, um, why I defend Israel and stuff like that, and different things about me. Yeah. Yeah, don't worry about the guy that you hear talking next to me. He's been talking the whole ride. I had to move my phone over because he was talking loud, but I didn't bother him because this is a free ride, and this is America's free speech. But he was talking a long time. That's why I was getting ready to move because I was taping and he was talking at the same time. But then I came back because there was a man sitting in the seat. I could have sat there, but I didn't want to, sit next to him, whatever. But I was gonna move. But this is my seat. But this cat been talking the whole ride. But of course, he probably happy he going on a ride and stuff, and he's whatever. But he's been talking the whole time louder than me. Wink, wink. He's been talking the whole time. I got earbuds in my head. He's talking loud, and he's been talking the whole time. I hear him now, and I'm happy for him. He got somebody to speak to. He got somebody that want to talk to him on the phone, and I'm talking to y'all. I got somebody to talk to too. I'm not calling my family and stuff right now because I'm talking to y'all, and my family probably peeking in to see what you doing, girl. What you doing? Yeah, but so I can show you some of the sites and stuff too. Here, see those, the metal structure. That's like it just remind me of like the windmills and stuff that they do in some of the places and stuff. I do want us to get all the different energy sources. We could get solar, windmills, whatever. We can't stick to windmills because you see what happens in Texas. If you see in Texas, they were trying to go only windmills, like to do clean energy. But if something happens to the windmills, what are you going to do for electricity? And they were going down, having blackouts and stuff like that. So you can have windmills, but you can't only have windmills. You got to have solar. You got to have regular electricity. You got to have generators for backup. Like I said, my father was an engineer. I got this on lock. The stuff that I do it very well. Yeah, I gotta get in contact with Mr. Green to see that if he's gonna he wants me to come and do public speaking again, so he could pay me to publicly speak. Because I talk all the time because I get paid to speak. Yeah, like my family owned churches. So my family owned church. Yeah, the man, he finished on his phone call. He's loud, but it's fun. I'm so excited for him because he has something to do with his life. He has somebody to talk to. He got stuff to talk about. He's enjoying life. He's happy. So when he probably wants people to know, look what I'm doing. I'm on the road. Like I'm talking to y'all. Look what I'm doing. I'm on the road, all blessed and happy inside. I'm sharing it with y'all. I'm doing the travel series, letting y'all know all the different places I'm gonna go, and everybody's happy for me, right? Wink, wink. Everybody's happy for me talking about going where I'm going. It's impossible to do a live. There's no such thing as going live on the phone, right, y'all? Wink, wink. It's not possible. This is not like 2025 when we have phones that can broadcast anywhere. Wherever y'all watching me from in Africa, wink, wink. I'm making that up, right, y'all? But when my church was on TV and they told y'all about what I was gonna do, um, y'all know that in Africa too, right? I'm making that up, y'all. In Africa, I'm making that up. This can't go to Africa, though. No. Okay. So I'm gonna go back to the church where I did they had the television ministry. Well, no, the second church that we did the television ministry. My family owned churches and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go to the first church where they had the television ministry, and they made an announcement about me. Wink, wink. I guess I'm making that up. But anyway, everybody, are we laughing? You can put like emojis here. You can put like laugh emojis. Laugh with me. Come on, it's Jesus. Didn't God say he was laughing in Psalms 2? Anybody know Psalms 2? Did God say he was laughing? Who he was laughing at? He laughing at the same people I'm laughing at. So when God said he laughed, why did he say he laughed? Keep that to yourself. All the people that read the Bible, just I'm not gonna actually laugh. I'm gonna hold it in. But just the Psalm 2, when God said he laughed at people, who he laughing at? Just think about what I'm saying. God said he laughed at certain people. Now, yeah, I'm lying about that too, y'all. It don't say that in Psalm 2. Anyway, my family owned churches, and Psalm 2 said God laughed at people. He made them and he laughed at them. So billboards. So I'm gonna see what game I play. Like some people, they have all kind of games they play when they travel and stuff like that. So I'm gonna figure out some staples that I'm gonna do as far as the series and traveling, like what I want to do. I don't think we're gonna see any fancy plants or anything like that. Like we'll see like certain flowers. Uh, I have to go. I'm gonna have to go to Jerusalem or something. The only one flower I have to see, no, two. I have to see the lily of the valley and the rose of Sharon. Why? Tell me why from the Bible. The lily of the valley and the rose of Sharon. I know that the name is whatever. Everybody know what the name is. Why it's important to me. But from the Bible, why do I have to see the lily of the valley and the rose of Sharon? Okay, that's biblical. That's a task that you have to perform. Why would it be important for me to see the rose of Sharon and the lily of the valley? I'll send you to Song of Solomon to get a start. But the person they're talking about in there, that's not the only person with that designation. So you figure out the rest, and you can comment and everything, and let me know what you think. Okay, this is some kind of mod way. I don't know what that. It would be better if I could come out of this. Like I can come out of this and pause you, and then I can go search something and do whatever, and then come back and reconnect and tell you. But I'd rather just keep filming. But it will let me reconnect if I disconnect. Unless I just end it. If I end it, you won't be able. I'll have to start all over. But I could just come out of it. But I want it. I want to be able to like I want stuff to be able to pop up when I like it should be a screen or like a search bar down at the bottom, and I type in what I want to see and it pop up so that I can show you on my screen. So we have to do some kind of fancy something when you're going live. Like you can do it on a regular video. You have to like put the stuff in where you want it. But if you're talking live and you say, look, like, what if I say Israel, the Rose of Sharon? I want the flower to pop up, so I want to be able to type it in. Or if I press the audio, I want it to type up as I'm talking to you, and then it pop up on the screen. So that's something that I'm gonna try to design. So maybe if I do like I could do like an app or something like that. Somebody asked me to do an app. They're gonna make a website for me. I got many websites, but they're gonna design something for me, and somebody's gonna do an app for me. I think maybe that might be an app I do. I gotta write it down so I don't forget. So when you're on a live and you want to show people something, because you can't really do anything on a live except for show this. I can only show you this. But if I have a search bar, I can put something that I want a picture of whatever Israel, and it'll pop up, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So that would be beneficial on lives. So I guess I just made up something again. That's what I went to school for. That's why I said I design, I whatever. So you see clouds. There's clouds and there's trees and there's cars and stuff. Oh gosh, I'm not even tired. I'm not even sleepy or anything like that. You know why I should be sleepy, but I'm not. I'm not sleepy. Um, I'm up and at 'em. I love to see these structures here. Yeah, we're gonna be doing a whole what do they call it? Infrastructure. Like we have to fix the whole infrastructure and stuff like that. Um, and update it, but we don't want to get rid of the stuff that we already have. You never want to get rid of old stuff you have because after you get the new stuff, then you realize, hey, the old cars, the metal was better, it was heavier, it didn't dent like it does now. It's not, it doesn't flip over, stuff like that. So then you say, Dad, we should have kept a lot of that. Some of them they scrapped it. Instead of scrapping it, they should have kept some of those old things, and like a few people keep them for like for their collector as a collector. But many of those old cars, like it was you. if you got into an accident, you barely knew. Now stuff is flipping over, and all kinds of stuff. Those cars were better for life-saving measures. We have the airbags now, but the old cars were more sturdy. So when people had accidents, it wasn't automatically fatal. Now it's like the cars are lighter weight. If people are safer, it wouldn't be a problem. But the older cars, some of them are made a little better. Which ones I think today that are still like heavy, like that might be formidable, like the past cars. Probably is it the Mercedes or the BMW? They're like still like heavy. They look like very heavy cars. Like if you crash into it, you're only gonna get like a dent. Like somebody would have to try to do some super maneuvers to try to harm you in like a Mercedes. I think it's either the Mercedes or the BMW. One of those is like the body of the car is so well made that it's hard to dent and stuff like that, unless they started using different stuff. I don't know if they're using fiberglass or something like that now, but like the heavy metal back in the days, they were they were they wanted you to keep that car for a long time. Now they make cars that's like commercial. Like say for instance, if you make a song and it's just like it's a garbage song, but it got a nice beat. That's a commercial song. It's garbage, but it has a nice beat, so you dance with it anyway. So some of the cars is like a commercial car. It's just supposed to fly off the shelf. That doesn't mean it's good. And those are the accident cars. So the commercial cars, that's just like it flies off the shelf. It's cute and it's lightweight and don't really cost nothing to make it, and they charge you a lot of money. But the cars that have big, like strong bodies, those are kind of expensive too. But you keep it longer. So people want to make stuff that breaks quickly. So when I make stuff, I want it to last. I like clunky, big, awkward stuff. I like big, clunky stuff. I got a little iPhone, but that's like a little baby iPhone. Like it's cute, but and it is super duper, but it's very it's easy to break. Well, I like something that's formidable, that lasts. So the iPhone, that's something you're gonna get the new model all the time. So you don't care that it's lightweight, it'll break. But like I guess I'm doing like a product review. This is all my schooling. This is what I went to school for. I'm not gonna list again the different things that is just, yeah, it annoys me. I guess it's annoying. It annoys me to list or like, oh, I forgot that. But like the clunky phones and stuff like that, you should always have like a backup phone, because if something breaks or something like that, you will have something else to use. When you travel, don't just travel with one phone. So I got two, and that's a little bit. Yeah, I got yelled at for having a lot of phones, but you know what business I'm in, so I do mine differently. Mine's, I think, I. Oh, where's my camera? I gotta find out where is my camera. Did I leave it at home? I gotta figure out where the hell I put my camera at. Oh, I gotta see if I left it in one of the places. I just went back somewhere. Oh, my camera. I just realized I didn't have it. It might be on my bed. I could have been taking pictures now. If not, I have to find out what I did with my camera. Oh my gosh, it's still in the box. It's in this blue box. I got my microphone with me. I got my mic. I kid you not, I travel with a microphone. Oh, you probably seen it already. It records, it scans, it has volume, mic, remix, all the good stuff. I didn't notice that I didn't have my camera. Oh my gosh. I just ordered it. I just got it. like 2 months ago. I pray it's on my bed. If not, I'm gonna have to order another one. Yeah. I got pictures and stuff on there, but it's on like a card and stuff like that. It's easy for me to get anyway. It's not a problem, and it hooks up to Wi-Fi and stuff like that. But there's some trucks and stuff. There's some trucks and cars. My friend wanted me to get a trucker's license. When the first time I drove a truck. It was a smaller truck, but not like the huge one. But the first time I drove a truck, and it was in NC. The first time I ever drove was in NC. I was 19. I drove it. I drove in NC, and it was. I don't remember the color of it, but it was a truck. And but somebody was trying to get me to get a trucker's license. I will do that now, that just for the heck of it, because of all the stuff that we do and whatever. It will come in handy. I don't know. I wouldn't. It would be just nice to have, especially when I'm doing some of these videos and stuff. That would be hilarious to actually see me one day try to drive. That's a rig. Like those are rigs. I drove like a little truck. Those are rigs. But I have someone that I know that drives the big trucks. And not he, she drives rigs. She was trying to get me to go with her to get the rig license, like the trucker license. But we got our permits together. But I did not go for the to get the trucker license. It just would have came in handy. And then when I do all this traveling, imagine me have taken a truck down here instead of being on the bus. That would be more adventurous to do. Maybe one day I'll do that. I'm not calling her to ask her to drive down there, but maybe one day I will do that and go cross country and in a rig. But what will we do with the rig? Like we would have to come up with some idea to use the rig, like a rig. Like what will we do for? I'm the idea person, so I'll come up with a reason to get a rig. And she has the license. If I want to, I could contact her to drive for us, uh, pay her or something or whatever, and get like she works with rigs. So I could use that for this series to like we drive down there. But it could be funny because I'll try to drive the rig, but I know how to drive. And the first thing I drove had to be big and clunky. Like I said, this phone, but this one is kind of small. I really product. I'm doing my product thing again. The phone that I like, even though I do like Apple and I do like Android, but the phone I like is Samsung because they were huge. Like they had regular size, but what was it? Samsung Note. That was the one I liked because it was bigger than. Yes, guys, are y'all all right out there? I've been wearing these. I've been wearing them for a couple of years. Like I've been rocking these. It's good for the summer anyway because it's hot. Yeah, I'm just rocking waves and stuff. I'm letting the hair grow. I do concerning hair. I'm not gonna even go into it. Things get inflamed. Yeah, I have to go back over to that school. I called them and let them know I want to do something there. So it's a HSBC, historically black college. But what I did over there, I'll get into it on another video with y'all. This is highbrow stuff. It's not for everybody's ear. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's good. The HSBC that I went to, and I did a few things over there. Um, I did a couple of things there. I called them recently to find out about some things I want to do there and what what I did there in the past, to see where we were in our, I guess you could say, negotiation, whatever you want to call it. And everything is good over there. They're not far from me, so Whenever I come back over there, I can check that out. I can go there anytime. They already expecting me because I called them. I called my other college and I let them know what I'm doing and all the different stuff that I have to get done. Yeah, you see me in my cute shirt. It has the crown. You know where I got the crown. Lion heart. Yeah, so this is like some kind of African thing. And she has a little crown on her head and all the jewels and stuff. You know, the fashion thing. Yeah, Germany. Ah, boy. So let me see. Let me give you some scripture showers. You know, I take all the scriptures and turn it into songs. So even if I don't sing to you and I say the scripture to you, y'all could go click on the internet and press play on the song that I got up there. So if I don't sing to y'all, wink, wink. If I don't sing to y'all, just go to my account and press the button and play the song that I was singing. I don't have to sing it to you live. It's already on the internet. You could just go to you know where it is. You can just go there and listen to me sing it. I can just rest my voice, right, y'all? Yeah, and so I'm in. I'll call it negotiations to get all that settled concerning the music, whatever that is. It's not real, right? Wink, wink, everybody. It's just you know what I'm saying. Like they was telling Fat Joe he cap. They call him Joe Cap. They said everything he say is a lie. He didn't make lean back. I know he just lying too. He lying. He always lying. And then he told them a story about the tiny man, and they were like, "You lying, Joe." Then he made them pull it up on the internet, and Jadakiss was like, "Oh shoot, he telling the truth." I was like, y'all see, why would he lie when you see him? He you see him. You know he tell the truth. Why would y'all think that he lying? They call him Joe Cap. So they finally had the every day they would call him Joe Cat. So one day he said something, they just had to pull it up on the computer. They pulled it up and they were like, "He's telling the truth." And then they put in the description, Joe was not capping. I said, let me find out. But I don't have. I usually. Did y'all check out Sean G? He's doing a lot of stuff on the Diddy case and stuff like that. I was over there with him in the courtroom when the Diddy trial was happening. I was over there in the courtroom with him. He was there. He let him know he was there every day. He was there every day. I didn't get to go there every day because I had to go to the Jewish trials. So we went. So I stopped there and then some days I went to the Jewish trial and made sure we got the anti-Semite. Then I came, like I would come back in the afternoon sometime and catch that trial and all the people that who was there. All those people were there, and he was checking it out, and then he talks about it, but he's still talking about it because they're not doing right. So he has been out there, and I guess they found out that what he's saying, so they like annoying him. But he's still out there saying what he got to say. It's true. He's not saying nothing that's wrong. He's like really telling the truth. He said he said all the stuff. Like if you read all the transcripts and see what he's saying, he's really making good points. If you look at some of the points I made, you'll see. If you look at the points that I make, you'll see that he's telling the truth. Uh, it was it was what was it, like 2 months or something like that? We was in there. I just refused to get up. So I mean, I got up early, but I refused to go there early to get into the main courtroom. So I only stayed into the overflow room, and that's what he said. Where was I, y'all? In the overflow. He was like, I was in the overflow with dot 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 dot. You know who he was in there with? He was like, I was in the overflow with dot 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 dot. and nope. And then there was some people on the internet with him saying, talking to him, saying, "Yeah, you was in there." He was like, "Where was I, y'all, when the Diddy trial was happening?" He was like, he said, "I was in the overflow." Some people don't know what the overflow is, but that's whatever. So I was also in the overflow. I could have been in the main thing, but I had to go to the bathroom. I wanted to eat. I wanted to step out and eat and do stuff. So I was not even trying to go into the main room. Remember the MTA lady? She was like, "Wait, what did she say?" She said, "You gonna let them do that to you, Diddy? You just gonna sit there?" She said, and then she said, "They said get out." She said, "Shoot me, shoot me." But his friend found her. His friend found her and said, "Thank you for standing up to." She yelled at him in front of the judge. She yelled at the judge in front of everybody. She was like, "You just gonna let him do that to you, Diddy?" I was like, "This lady is funny." Yeah, they got her all on video doing all kind of stuff. She could ready to space out with somebody, and y'all know what she was doing, and they didn't want to let her back in the courthouse. She's a city worker just like y'all. That's why they didn't really bother her. She was out there cutting up, but she told Titty, you just gonna let them do that to you? You just gonna sit there? And then the other cat, what's his name? Y'all know. He was like, Diddy in there running the courtroom. He was mad because he wanted Diddy to get time. He was like, he looked like he wanted to cry. He was like, Diddy in there running the courtroom. He should have been, well, because of who he is. He should have been in the main courtroom, but I think he was coming too late, so he wound up in there with us. We didn't really bother him. Everybody, Sean G said he was in the bathroom with him and stuff like that, but nobody was bothering anybody. We was really trying to check and see what was going on with the trial, and we saw that it was like bullcrap. It was like they was trying to railroad him, and shit. But she couldn't hold it in. She always was in the overflow too, but somehow she did whatever she did. She came early or something. She got into the regular area, and she took her shot. She was in there and she took her shot. She like, Diddy, you just gonna sit there and let them do this to you? You just and the judge is bugging out, and the marshals come get her, and she's like, shoot me, shoot me. I said, this lady is funny as hell. His friend found her, and she was like, thank you for standing up for him. And they gave her like a shirt or something. But Diddy friend made the shirt that said, Frico is not a Rico. Frico is not a Rico. And the thing is that a lot of people don't know that he's Christian. So they think that he's just like some cat out there. Now he wears a cross in his stuff all the time, and they know that he was Christian, and the other guy. Everybody know the other guy. You can't say Jesus. Do you know? You know the other guy telling people they can't say Jesus. They got a sign they can't say Jesus. Somebody just told them. Yeah, but yeah, but oh, and Sean G owes me because I he asked me to do an interview. Two people, it was more, but Sean G asked me to do an interview. He did like maybe 10 interviews with like the people that I used to be around. The people that I used to be around, Sean G was trying to interview them, and then he asked to interview me. I said yes, but I was so busy that I didn't get a chance to do the interview with him. But he be over there all the time, and then somebody keep doing whatever. So whenever I have to do, y'all already know what I have to do. So the things that I have to do, I would wind up seeing him. I have the list of the people. I have the list of the people. I have the list of the people that were there and stuff like that, so we can contact each other and stuff like that. I just have been so busy. I haven't tried to contact people, but when I start doing the professional stuff that I do, I'll probably have to contact them and let them know what I'm doing. Uh, I could say that that this trip has to do with all the different things that I'm doing. If you look at all the stuff that I do, it all ties together. Like it's a part of the same thing. If you paying attention to what I do, you see that it all It all works together. See, I see the trees and all the good stuff. Yeah.
You know she's the devil. That's why you know she's the devil. So I'm not. You
Yeah.
understand?
So
It's not easy.
yeah.
You know,
So I already said I wanted to do the series about the hair and stuff like that, and I'll get that stuff done. But I usually like sometimes I'll try to listen and see what they're saying to update
knock
about
him
the
out.
case. I want to see if they're doing any appeals and stuff like that. So like if they're filing any appeals and if they're doing anything, they could do more than appeals. They could do. I already said they could do a habeas corpus. They don't have to wait to do an appeal in that case. They can do a habeas corpus. They can. There's other things that they can do besides just wait for the appeal. So hopefully they try habeas corpus just to try it and then get an appeal on the habeas corpus too. So they want to get as many appeals as they can get, but they're telling the truth. It's not like they're lying. So if they do a habeas corpus, it'll go right. You know he's going to say no. So when they do the habeas corpus, they have good grounds, but he's going to say no. So they get a better opportunity in the appellate court to put it in the appellate court. Don't get scared if that judge says no. If he says no, he's just giving you an opportunity to get before the appellate court. So when every time the judge tells him no, that's another chance to get a yes from the appellate court. I don't care how many times I come before you. I'll give you 50 motions. I'll give you 50 order to show cause. I'll give you 50 habeas corpus. I just got to do it on different grounds. There's many grounds. They just did one about the condition at MDC, so they're working on that one. But he could do a straight habeas corpus, and that could be about the grounds of what's happening in MDC. But that's different. That's different from just asking for a release. That's a specific habeas corpus. I would hope that they would try the habeas corpus. It's very cheap. It's inexpensive to do the habeas. They should try that and everything under the sun to show that I came to you with everything that I could do to show you that this person is innocent and you still got them in there. Like you can't say you didn't know. Same thing too, right? But every time they take it to the appellate, at some point they did say that they're gonna try to go to everybody say it with me where DC. At some point he's gonna have to take it um to the Supreme Court in DC. He could go to the regular Supreme Court in New York and anywhere. Like he could try anywhere because he lives in different states. So he could try to force it in Florida if he wants to. He could try to force them to do something for him in Florida. That's that's something that he could try. So that's something that he could try. That's something that he could try.
I'm gonna report this shit to Greyhound, but bet your ass on that.
That's something that he could try to do the habeas. If he does the habeas, so if he tries to do the habeas, um, and they don't allow it, I think he should go into the Supreme Court. Like he could just try to do any case in the Supreme Court. He could make a case against the judge in the Supreme Court. Like he could just file a case. I want to do a case against Aaron Submarania. He could do a completely separate case, but say whatever it is his grounds and say I want to do it in there. And what other like this? He can report him to the judges. He could the judges. He can report it to he can report it to the judges.
Facebook Live, put it live.
He can report it to the
Let's go
judges,
live now. Since we
and
have a stupid on like sheep. Put me on live.
I thought you can go live. So so uh, he should be able to do something in the regular Supreme Court. He should be able to do something in the. There's so many courts over the civil court. Like just try anything because if you're innocent, there's no reason why you should be locked up. and other
We
people
on the
aren't.
Greyhound bus, everybody having a great time. And we have a person here
Yeah,
who
hello.
just running off at her mouth all day since we've been
Yeah,
on this bus.
hello.
She has no manners for nobody.
Um,
Everybody around us is here sitting here.
yeah.
We can't do that. We have to
So
have some respect for
yeah,
everybody else.
and see,
I'm in my seat, man. Yeah,
yeah.
I did get up. I was going to the bathroom, but she can't be behind us talking like this either,
So
driver. She can't be behind us talking. We
so
paying our money to
anyway,
be on here. And she's behind us with all
so
this noise. You asked us to be
yeah.
quiet. You asked us to be
Uh,
quiet and respect our others. She's not
nobody
doing
can't
this,
tell
man.
me that
I'm coming right now.
there is. Yeah, the thing is that, like, this is the same thing that happened to Sean G,
Please make her
and
know. But
it
she
doesn't.
cell phone might be behind us the whole trip. You
That
can't get no
people,
rest or nothing. She loud,
they,
annoying, and disturbing all
yeah.
these people up here. You need to shut up.
So
Ladies
anyway,
and gentlemen,
yes,
if there's an issue on the bus, all
yeah,
you have to do is walk up here to me. Walk up here to me and let me handle the problem. That's
yeah,
what they pay me for.
yeah.
Now,
Okay,
please, ladies and gentlemen, if you're having a conversation, if you're on your cell phone, you can be on your cell phone.
yes.
But if you're having a conversation, please keep your conversations down low so you don't disturb your neighbors.
Okay.
That goes for everybody on the bus, not just any singular person. Please put your phones off, vibrate. Take your ringers off. If you have a conversation, just go ahead and have it low, please, so you don't disturb your neighbors.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
This
you.
is not a silent zone. When we get on here, we're not on here for a silent zone. If somebody like, I'll let you know what's
She's
going
still
on
doing it. But she didn't even
because
hear what you said.
you
She's
understand
still doing it.
about you understand what happened with Sean G. So this is not a quiet zone. I travel this way all the time,
And
and
so do
there
I.
is
That's why you
nothing.
have respect for
There's
her,
no
because I
says you
travel
can't
too.
talk on here. This is not a quiet zone. So I am just speaking, and I am going to continue to speak. If people don't like it, they
She
can
won't
move
shut up. She
themselves.
won't shut up.
They can remove
You want
themselves.
me, ma'am? Okay, I'm
So
coming.
anyway, um, yeah. So they have to try to file some
And she's
motions and
not on
keep
the phone
filing
talking to nobody.
motions.
She's talking to herself.
Uh, it's oh, I'm gonna actually take a snapshot of what I'm doing because the live is not real, but she just tried to go on live herself. Copycat. I just took a snapshot of what I'm doing, so it'll show the picture and it'll show that I'm live. Not that I have to prove it, but y'all know what I'm doing out there. So someone's saying she's talking to herself on the phone. You see, and I have my headphones in, right? I have my headphones in, but you see when people go extra, she's talking to her phone. But there's a live on here, and I'm at 45 minutes and 49 seconds. I'm at 45 minutes and 49 seconds of the live. Yeah, so it's still trees. We haven't stopped anywhere. And I have a life, so I talk about my life. It gets exciting, so people start saying, "You're capping." Nobody asked you. Nobody asked you. But this is not a quiet zone, and there's no signs up that says that you have to be quiet here or where Sean G was
And she
taping.
said, you know what she said? She said, there's no sign saying she got to be quiet. She said, there's no sign. Didn't
And
nobody try to tell her to be
and
quiet? She said, there's no sign.
so
She actually got loud. When she said
so
that, she actually got loud. She
and
actually got
and and I'm still talking to you guys, and I'm telling you guys exactly what's happening. You see.
she take a breath for like 2 seconds and went back at it. Look, now she gonna go back at it.
All right. So I have fried chicken and stuff with me.
I'm listening to the things that she's saying. And you understand what I'm saying? Because she thinks she being funny and slick. She lucky we on this bus. She is very lucky we
Oh
on this bus.
my
I would have
goodness.
I would have dragged her ass if we wasn't on this
Isn't
bus.
isn't this always
She
what
would have got
happens?
dragged. She would
This
have been put up for
happened. This happened.
911.
This just happened to Sean G, and y'all can go look at the video so we can laugh together. Didn't everybody? Did this just happen to Sean G?
God ain't got nothing to do with it.
I'll just recount the story for all the new people that joined the live. I'm gonna recount. Everybody, did you watch Sean G when he was trying to tell on who? And when he was trying to tell something, when he was talking and telling his story, did not two people come up on him and start harassing him? Did not two people come up and start harassing him? And they was like, "Ugh." He said, "Can you just step out of my life?" Did not he just say, "Can you step out of my life?" Exactly. I just heard that. Yeah, I got lawsuits and stuff like that. I got lawsuits and stuff like that.
I'm sorry. She
Yeah.
need to be banned. I'm gonna put her to ground. She need to be banned.
Uh, and as I
You
said,
got all this money, then you should have been on a private jet or in a limo or in a cab
and
or Lyft.
everybody, I talk about the same. Listen, everybody, I talk about the same.
A little boy. You kidding me?
So everybody, I talk about the same stuff all the time. I tell you a lot of the different things. Everybody, we already know what we're doing concerning this situation. It just happened to Sean G, and it just happened to Sean G, and he was telling me about what they were doing to him. It's just accidental. It's just accidental.
Everybody do. Everybody do. Everybody got a little bit. Everybody do. Everybody has
So
that.
anyway, so anyway, you know what? You know when people are saying that you're not on a live and then they try to jump on a live. So people just want to be. They don't have nothing. People don't have nothing to talk about, so they try to make you the topic of conversation. So then they have something to get together about and talk about. Like I have something to talk to you about, like real stuff. I talk to you about real stuff.
Right. I would
Yeah.
have felt a little something. You understand? I would have felt a little something.
So anyway,
I didn't pay attention to that.
I'm still looking at just the sites and stuff like that. I'm very relaxed and chilling, and I have to get back in contact with Mr. Green because I used to teach. I used to like speak to the classes and stuff like that. He would pay me for the day to come talk to the classes and stuff like that. So I have to get back in contact with him for all of the stuff that we have to do. Um, so yeah, so it's going to Washington Heights. No, this is Washington D.C. Yeah, so some things occurred. Some things occurred in Washington. Um, you gotta be fancy to be on live. Listen, when people act like you're screaming, you keep doing what you're doing and make them scream. Now they gotta yell at her because she's screaming. Clown behavior. This is what I said. Clown behavior. It's not gonna stop me from talking, but guess what? Now you the one screaming. You try to make me scream. I'm not. You're the one screaming. I'm still talking. I'm still doing live. It still has a counter on it. But they did this to Sean G, and I'll probably try to watch him and see if he went out there. Today is what, Friday? So he probably is doing some stuff live. You see,
Girl, I'm going to enjoy it.
Take a sip and forget
oh,
about
I
it.
made her think it out. I
I
made her
thought
think it
I
out.
thought stuff was too loud.
Over that.
I thought it was
Thank
loud.
God I'm in my right state of mind. That's what I
I
thank
thought
God
it
for.
was loud.
Amen. Yeah.
I don't got to walk around talking to myself and stuff like that. I thank God for my family.
So
I really do. I
yeah,
really truly do.
and so I took a
By the
snapshot.
grace of God, did go out.
I'll take another
How
snapshot
about that?
so that it shows that I'm on live and it has a counter to show, and then the video actually saves, it doesn't go away. So after I finish this live, you'll have a video to watch of what I did.
Yeah, Geneva, this thing say Atlantic City, Geneva. Oh, Lord Jesus. Atlantic City, Atlantic City. Oh, that way. Child, we need to be going that way.
So
Oh,
anyway,
Lord Jesus. That's the Atlantic City. Child, we need to be going
yeah.
that way, Geneva.
So because
Don't worry about it.
We gotta go back. We gotta go back.
now they want me to say, you know now, you know now. I don't care. I have a life. Oh, this is some of the stuff that I'm going to cover. I'm going to do it like a documentary on my mother. My mother, they own churches and stuff like that. My father was a boxer. I have to go to his town.
It's about another hour.
I have to go down to his town, and then I have to go to my mother's town to see about the churches and stuff like that. I go to my father's town to see about boxing, engineering, the military stuff that he did, and whatever like that. So that'll be pretty good. Yeah, like a lot of the stuff on the live, you'll see. Like I could probably see if we could put exactly the topics that I'm going to talk about on the live. Like we could do 15 minutes of this, 15 minutes of that. Maybe like I'll hook up an app to do lives and stuff like that.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You ever heard her sing the song? She said, victory is mine, yeah.
Everything that I was just doing, now they want to do. Now they want to. Now I was just singing, and now I can't be me, so other people can be me. They just complain to what I'm doing. Now they're doing it because I was having too much fun. This is exactly what happened to Sean G. I could just say, look at Sean G's video. This is just what happened to him.
That's what I expected.
All you do, haters try to become your enemies, so they get together and become friends, and then they do what you do. I thought it was too loud in here.
The whole ride, I hear that baby.
Nobody has a problem with the sound now.
That's right. He's a very good baby. Ain't made no noise. Not one time. He's a very good baby. Very nice. Very nice. Last little baby made noise. Not. The baby was very good.
So one clown recognized me from somewhere. Of course, because I got videos all over there. Oh, I think I saw her before. I know. That's why you want me to stop. A person on here just said, I think I saw her before. Is that a part of the reason why, hey, she's vulgar? I thought like I was just a random person. Oh yeah, I think I saw her before. Is that a part of the reason why you just mad? Now you want to have somebody to talk with. Like, good grief. So I got a lot of stuff happening. We're gonna be going back over there. Everybody that was over there is gonna reconvene. Everybody that was over there is gonna reconvene. I actually have a list of not all the people, but some of the people that was over there. And I can email them. There was a lady that made a list for all of us of everybody that convened at the trial for Diddy and stuff like that. But what I'm just saying is, I just wanted you to see the similarity of when people are talking about, it's like the stuff you're talking about. People are talking about the Diddy trial and stuff like that. Somebody acting like I'm famous. Yeah, I've seen her before.
Turn it on the side right there. See, it's a little button on the side under the black screen.
Stalker much?
Look under the black screen. See the button on the side?
Yeah, I've seen her before. What are you doing on here the same time I'm on here? Suspicious or thing? Like, I know when I go places, somebody's just gonna accidentally bump into me. When I was younger, somebody was like, "Oops, oh, are we bumping into each other? Oops," and then they try to get all close to me, and come to find out they was manipulating the situation. You know how like they say, did he try to coerce Cassie? No, she did it. She kept bumping into him and then try to force him to date her. But people accidentally, oh, I've seen her before. I know some clown is gonna say, I know some clown saw me before. The same way they know Sean G, they try to harass him when he was doing his video out on the street because he's exposing the corruption. So they was harassing him. A clown just said, I saw her before. No kidding, no kidding.
She got to trust your boo. She in. She keeps saying that.
I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Like, can you imagine? My goodness. Now the people feeling comfortable, they talking and laughing. And I guess I was right all along. When you on a trip, you're having a great time. You're smiling, laughing, and enjoying yourself. And everybody is all. But I'm not sleepy. I make sure I get my sleep before I go on whatever I gotta do. If I'm going on a long one, I'll fall asleep. But right now, I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna do a lot of these. I'll be on a lot of trips. I usually sit in the back though. I usually sit in the back when I'm on the bus and stuff like that, and it's better in the back there. And it's always, you always have clown. I couldn't believe it. Oh, he's standing out there. He got the tripod set up. Sean G got the tripod set up, and he's talking some serious business, and people come up on him harassing him, and then they act like, oh, I would have fought you. They said exactly the same thing to him. Yo, man, what you want to do? And I was like. I'm like, he's reporting, like he's at his job. He's doing his job. And they're over there. Yo man, what you talking about? He's like, can you get out of my shop? This is a free country. And he's like this is a public area. But it's like 1,000 feet around. Could you go somewhere else? You gotta come exactly where he is. But that's like interfering with the press. That's a crime. Abridging the press. Well, I'm glad that it's taping on here. That now they're just being loud and obnoxious. But so you just wanted me to be quiet so you could be the one having fun and talking. I'm sorry, you miserable. It's not my fault. There's like a little water and stuff like that. Oh, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Whew. I should have got like some fruit juice. I got water though. Let me see. I left my camera at home. My blue box. I think I left it at home. If I didn't, I'll have to find it. I would have loved to take some photos. Yeah. I can't believe, what is this? I got a juice. Oh, I don't have to drink my water yet. I got some juice. And this is a Red Bull. I got some chicken wings. Yeah, a Red Bull. Mm. Oh, I'm gonna end this one and I'm gonna start another one because it's already past the hour. So I'll talk to y'all in a few minutes. I'm gonna turn it back on, and I'll turn this off. I gotta name it.